Are you dealing with a YouTube ad that's approved but not running? In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix that so your ads can start spending again, and by the end of this video, you'll have resolved that issue. So make sure to smash the like button and the subscribe button so I can keep making more YouTube ads videos for you. So the first question I want to ask you is, what bidding type are you using? So if you're using target CPA bidding on a brand new account, sometimes it's going to have trouble spending. And it's also possible that your bid might be too low. So for example, what we've noticed with target CPA, especially after iOS 14, is that Google often underreports conversions. So because of that, we often keep our bids fairly high because we know that Google's probably missing a bunch of conversions that are going to show up in the back end. So we'll usually actually increase our bids with target CPA bidding. So that's the first way you can fix your ads not delivering, is if you're running a target CPA campaign, it's not spending, try increasing the bid, or if it's a new account, try maximize conversions, and usually that gets the ad to spend and start getting some data in there. Now, in terms of increasing bid on a target CPA campaign, what I like to do is increase it by 10 to 20% every 24 hours or so until it starts spending. Now, another common scenario that happens is you might have 3 or 4 ads in one video ad campaign, and let's just say one of those ads is getting all the spend and the other 2 are barely getting any spend. And that's something a lot of advertisers get frustrated with. So the solution to that is, there are a couple. So the one is you could just let the campaign run, and let's say one ad gets a lot of spend, but it's not performing, you pause it, and then you'll obviously naturally get more spend on the other. So it's like an organic process where as an ad doesn't perform, you get rid of it, the spend goes to the other ads, and then basically through that process, you eventually find something that works that you keep on. Now, if you want to specifically test a certain ad, what I actually recommend is breaking it out into its own campaign, and this will ensure that that ad gets spent. Now, another issue I see often when people are struggling to get their ads to spend with YouTube ads is that the targeting is too narrow. So if you're doing something like placement targeting, you want to make sure you have enough placements that have enough traffic so you can actually make sure that your ad has a chance to deliver. So if you're targeting a small YouTube placement, let's say a video that gets around 20 views a day, right? There's a really good chance your ad's barely going to show or spend at all, because you have to understand that placements are very specific. So my suggestion, if you're targeting placements, is to target, let's say, 300 plus videos, because then you'll be able to actually get some spend on it instead of just trying to target 4 or 5 videos, in which case the actual spend is very low. Another mistake I see people doing is being too aggressive on layered targeting. So when you're like combining 2 different audience types to really narrow it down. And the problem with that is then again, you really don't have enough spend. With YouTube, you really want to go broader where you can. So even if you're doing placements, make sure you're targeting a lot of placements. And if you're doing keywords, make sure you're targeting larger keywords, right? If you target an ultra specific keyword, your YouTube ad may not deliver. So just keep that in mind, that narrow audience targeting is a very common cause of ads being approved but not running. So the next thing you want to do is actually check if your ad is fully approved, or it's like approved but limited, or if it's disapproved, right? So we want to just double check this. And let me just show you how you can do this inside Google Ads. So what we do is we go in here, right? So let's say you want to look at all your ads. You go in here, go to ads. And what you can do here is you can actually look at basically disapproved ads. So if you go in here, you can filter by disapproved ads, and you'll actually find ads that are disapproved, right? And then you can see why they were disapproved, right? So it says unavailable video, probably because I removed this video from my YouTube channel, but it was for an entrepreneurship talk I did. Now, you can also look at approved, which means the ad is approved, so there are no policy issues. Approved limited, and approved limited all locations, and then there's site suspended, under review. So basically what these are with site suspended means your website's suspended. Disapproved means it's disapproved, and then when you click on it, it will give you the reason why, and you can fix that. Under review means the ad is being reviewed, which means you just need to wait. Eligible is usually kind of like a category that's somewhere in the middle, where it will show in certain scenarios. And same thing with approved and limited, right? What you really want is approved. And these 3 are kind of like in the middle. And what happens with approved and limited is usually, there might be something that prevents the ads from showing on all placements, right? So for example, the ad may not show in certain geographies, or the ad may not show in certain types of placements or videos, because let's say there's something in there that's related to basically a policy that you're violating. So a lot of times when it's approved but limited, it has the ad perhaps may have something to do with alcohol, gambling, healthcare, potentially violating certain copyrights, and often this means that the ad gets zero spent. So what you want to do there is, if your ad is legitimately not involved with those things, you want to appeal it, right? Because sometimes you'll run ads and they'll be approved but limited for, let's say, alcohol, and the ad has no alcohol in it. You don't even talk about alcohol. For whatever reason, the Google system just messes up. So you want to actually appeal it, reach out to Google support, explain the situation, and usually they'll get it worked through. If you're having issues with getting it pushed through from Google support, ask to speak to a supervisor, which can help quite a bit. Now, one other situation that can sometimes happen is if your ads are all approved, but nothing is running in the account, right? Let's say you have 10 YouTube ad campaigns, they're all approved, but it's not running. So what happens there is sometimes Google puts your account under review and your whole account is under review. The ads are approved, but it's basically nothing spent. So you can reach out to Google support and they will confirm or deny whether it's under review. Usually it takes 3 to 4 days. So it's not a long process, but you do want to be aware of that in case all of your ads just stop running out of nowhere. It usually means that Google's reviewing the account at a more in-depth level. And what happens is usually after a few days, they let you run the ads. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. Now guys, that covers the major reasons why ads will be approved, but they won't run. So guys, thanks for watching that video. Make sure to smash the subscribe button and the like button so I can keep making more quality video content for you.